So we are live once again. Hi everyone, Robert here, and welcome to another edition of the, I guess, Impact Wrestling topic of the weeks and news round up. So I'm not gonna take that much of time away from you. I'm gonna go quickly with this one. And if there's a little bit more time, I will be paying attention to the chat room, so we could do a little bit of a Q&A session. So let's start with the first piece of news. This comes to us from Mike Johnson. So he's reporting that Eddie Kingston is not signed, have not signed a full-fledged contract. He's just on a day-to-day deal. He also told that Tessa Blanchard will be doing the media conference tomorrow. Also, Impact Wrestling will tape TV uh, the day number 1, number 2, and number 3 for one night only for we in conjunction with Destiny Wrestling. Also, on Monday, this next Monday, there will be a Slammiversary pay-per-view press conference in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So if you happen to live over there on Canada, go ahead and go to the TV tapings to see how good it is, the show over there. I saw the picture of the Coliseum that they are doing the show, and it doesn't look bad at all. So if you have the opportunity, go ahead and go there. Now let's go to a bad piece of news. Is there's a couple of people might be on a protest mode or something like that over this. What is the news? Eli Drake has not yet been signed, according to the owner of Wisdom, Dave Meltzer. So you better take all of this with a grain of salt, but it sounds like that is how things will be turn out. This is the quote about him, and this is a quote from his radio show. It's funny how you should ask. He's saying, "Hey, I have asked a lot of person inside of TNA why haven't been any negotiation with Eli Drake so far," and he's saying that there's no one with an answer to that question. He say, "Hey, he's not had signed a new deal with Impact Wrestling. He's talking to Impact, but there's no feeling one way or another. It's pretty much on the air." So it looks like it is 50-50 chance, and that surprised me. Eli Drake has improved by leaps and bounds, and he's one of those guys that you better lock up if you want to do something big with him in the near future. So I don't get why they haven't signed him, according to Dave Meltzer. Hopefully things change tomorrow and they put it first thing in the morning that they have signed Electric. Another piece of rumor speculation is about Jericho retweeting a quote. There have been a lot of obviously speculation since Don Callis and Chris Jericho are body butt buddies, that Don Callis might bring Chris Jericho in. Most likely that might happen on Slam, not on Slammiversary, but for Bound for Glory. So a fan asked him, "Are the rumors truth? Could you be heading to Impact Wrestling? Please make this happen." And what happened is that he went ahead and retweeted that. So there was a lot of people losing their mind over Chris Jericho coming to Impact Wrestling, and there was a lot of fuel to the fire. that will not surprise me, especially for Bound for Glory if that show is on Canada. That is the smart way to do. You pair him up, Chris Jericho versus Aries, or Chris Jericho versus Eli Drake, and you have a good match over there, and a match that is gonna help Eli Drake or whoever they put in the ring with Chris Jericho. Another piece of news that got the world of wrestling with the getting trigger. It was the Charlotte Flair. She was asked, "Who outside from the WWE would you love to wrestle?" And she say, "Tessa Blanchard." So obviously, that tells me two things. Number one, obviously that Charlotte Flair wants to wrestle her. Obviously, that is the first level of understanding. And the second of level of understanding is that WWE is gonna get her back if they truly want to. Charlotte Flair she's the golden girl of Vince McMahon, and everybody knows that. And what Charlotte wants is what Charlotte gets. So it would not be surprised that I would not be surprised if the run of Tessa Blanchard is short on Impact Wrestling and she gets back on World Wrestling Entertainment. And I this yeah, are we back? Yes, we are back. So let's keep talking for a second. Sorry about that. My internet connection went down. Let's do a little bit of a preview. Yeah, we got Impact World Champion Pentagon Jr. defending the title versus Austin Aries. We got the last ride match for the Knockouts title. Allie versus Su Young. That is a casket match for the world title. The other match that we have is Tessa Blanchard versus Madison Rayne. That is a okay match. Let's see how Tessa Blanchard looks on this higher up main event type of match. And also we have for the number one contenders spot on Impact Wrestling. And the exhibition title, we got Brian Cage versus Dezmond Xavier. And we got the main event, the real main event, in my opinion. We got Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner versus Eli Drake. And they're gonna be having something. I don't know if that is gonna be a full blown match, but that is what actually got me interested the most about all of this. So let me take a look at the chat room. It is not working. I'm having a little bit of more problems than usual with my internet connection. So sorry about that. I guess this is it. I may have to code this one a little bit shorter. So I hope to see you this Friday for the usual Impact Wrestling review. If you haven't seen my last week review of the show, go ahead and check it out. It was a blast to record and edit. That is all that I have to say. So please check it out. It was a little bit more like than usual, but it is, in my humble opinion, worth it. This is it. Goodbye, and I guess thanks for listening.